Radio City Music Hall, just a couple of blocks uptown from Fox World headquarters. And if you hear this shouting, it's a group of demonstrators who've come. 9/11 was an inside job. Oh, get a life. Get a life. 9/11 was an inside job. But it was 82 degrees, 87 degrees, a high of 87 degrees in New York today. This is Dr. Ashton, Jennifer Ashton. There was also a canine dog who died in a hot car. Why is it so dangerous? How do cars get so hot?
Right. Well, Geraldo, the important analogy here between pets and babies is they're unable to sweat. Then the animal goes into multiple system organ failure and dies.
Here's an experiment that we performed today. Take a look. So, Dr. Ashton, here are the cookies. We literally cook these cookies just from the heat inside the car.
Exactly. The proteins in our body literally become denatured. They separate, and that's how people die.
Judge Pirro, put the microphone close by your mouth. Should this mother have been given a free pass, as she has been by the authorities?
Absolutely not, Geraldo. And the truth is that she left this child alone in the car before other mothers whose children suffer far less damage or injury have been prosecuted.
Okay. Let me do an update now on the death of an immigrant worker up in Mount Kisco, New York. You might recall that a guy with a criminal record who had been in trouble a lot, who'd been in and out of the drunk tank, was found dead. A 42-year-old homeless illegal immigrant from Guatemala named Rene Perez. Fernando Merteo. Fernando, thanks for being on. Now, you called on the cops to solve the killing of Perez and the other immigrants who have died in that area over the past few years. Now a cop has been charged with involuntary manslaughter. Are you satisfied that justice has been done?
No, justice has not been done. There's going to be a trial. The trial is going to go on for about a year.
Well said, Fernando. You agree, Judge. You were the DA in that county.
Absolutely, and I work with Fernando. And the truth is that when you have so many immigrants who are being killed and where the cases are not being looked at, it's a problem. This is only one case of many.
There's no disagreement at all.
Absolutely
you agree.
not. We're all on the same page.
Deport them if they're criminals. Don't kill them is the point.
Exactly.
When we come back, we'll take you into the secret world of restroom gay sex. I think these demonstrators are all into restroom gay sex. And talk live with the Hooters girl who got booted from the plane after this. Welcome back, everybody. We've been surrounded by an activist, radical, communist group. I don't know who the hell they are. But let me go on to our planned program. First, he said he was going to step down after allegedly approaching an undercover cop for sex in an airport bathroom. Lori Dew checked into the men's room to find out. So, Lori, the odds are of this happening by chance pretty low.
Extremely low. I think the sad part about all this is that Larry Craig had to go to a public place. If it's true, if he is gay, he had to go to a public place. And that's the shame of homosexuality in this country right today. At least the shame that the Republican Party puts on it.
Joining us now, Deputy Chief of the Bergen County, New Jersey Sheriff's Office, Brian Reich, who up until 8 months ago engaged in sex stings with the Bergen County Sex Crimes Unit. So how obvious are these guys? I mean, what the senator did, is this in keeping with the way the MO, they pick up guys in public restrooms?
They're extremely they're extremely nefarious about what they do, and they're just revolving doors, these places, absolute revolving doors.
I want to bring in our resident psychologist, Dr. Visoria Zadra. Come on here. Why do men risk so much to do something like this?
Well, sexual urges are extremely powerful primal urges. And what happens, this kind of anonymous sex causes extreme adrenaline rush, which is a very high experience. And so this is more powerful than anything else, more important than anything else at that particular moment.
Okay. As this group of misfits behind me continue their chanting, "Oh, I wish I could go talk to them." Geraldo. Yes, former Detective Bo Dietel.
Listen to me.
And the rest of our panelists.
Whether he had anything to do with tapping his foot or he's part of the sex scanditations, he still put his hand, he admitted to put his hand on that wall partition where all the sprayization comes from the toilet bowl. That's pretty disgusting in its own right, no?
Let's go to Mark Garagos. I think it's quieter in Los Angeles. Mike, do you think this is entrapment? Mark?
I don't know if it's entrapment. I just wonder, why is it that the police are spending their time in this bathroom?
The ludicrous part of it, though, Mark, that people feel compelled to have sex in places like public restrooms on the freeway?
Well, there's something ludicrous. First of all, why is it it's always some right-wing Republican who gets caught with the little boy or in the bathroom? And why is it that guys feel that that's the only place they can go to have anonymous sex? I mean, we're here in Hollywood. There's plenty of places to go have anonymous sex. Right. And if you want crazy protesters, Geraldo, we have them up here as well.
Right.
Mark is absolutely right. It's the hypocrisy of it all. You have a conservative senator who has been anti-gay in terms of marriage and things like
that. That's why it counts.
And he does this. That's why it's a big deal.
That's why it counts. Yeah. I agree. Hypocrisy is awful, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's all about hypocrisy, no question about it.
Okay. Let's take a break. We'll explain why the ladies are all wearing these outfits. A crazy night here in New York after this. Welcome back live. All hell is breaking loose on 6th Avenue. You need a permit to protest or demonstrate here in New York, but this anarchist group came forward. They really are one of the least attractive groups of demonstrators I've ever seen. One of the leaders, I guess, if violence breaks out, don't worry, we can handle it. Our Fox News team can take this bunch of I don't want to use any foul language, but the funny thing, let me go back to our scripted program. The funny thing about Southwest Airlines telling college student and part-time Hooters waitress Kyla Ebert that she couldn't fly because her outfit was too risque is that Southwest became famous promoting the idea of sexy, risque flying. It's a lot more modest than the one that Southwest used in its ad. And in support of Kyla, our team has dressed similarly. So did you realize that you're going to get caught in such a controversy?
Never. I never imagined that this outfit would get me noticed for anything other than it's a very cute outfit.
And when they told you to leave the aircraft, could you believe what was happening?
No, and initially I wasn't told it was because of my outfit. I couldn't imagine what they would be pulling me off the aircraft for.
Was it a passenger, a fellow passenger who complained about you?
No, it was a Southwest employee who felt that my outfit was obscene and was offending other people.
But realistically, it doesn't look obscene. What was going on?
Realistically, I don't know what happened. I was told to change. I had nothing to change into. I was told to buy a change of clothes from the gift shop.
Is there a lawsuit here, Judge?
Well, there may be for anything, but the question is, what are the damages? And I give you credit. You didn't get off the plane. You insisted on staying on. And I think she certainly has some intentional infliction of emotional distress.
And Dr. Z, a lot of times your outfits are provocative in some ways, some obvious ways. Now, how do you deal with people who may be offended, as long as they don't mess with you and your right to fly or whatever?
This is why we live in a free country. We are free to wear what we want to wear as long as it's not offensive. There's nothing offensive, in the outfit like this or what I'm wearing. We're not blearing it out. There's absolutely nothing wrong. You have to be strong and stand by your beliefs.
Geraldo, what's more offensive, a beautiful girl like this or a sweaty person who gets on who hasn't taken a shower in a week, who's wearing a too tight outfit who weighs 300 pounds? Which one is more offensive?
You know what? They should be more concerned about terrorism than someone as innocuous as a college student who's dressed in the way kids dress.
What are you studying, Kyla?
I'm studying international business and have now decided to pursue law.
Okay. Are you going to stick out with your job at Hooters?
I wasn't even working at Hooters at the time this happened. That's the funny thing. But for now, Hooters is helping me get through college, and they've been great. They've been very supportive.
All right, ladies, stand by. Next, Pavarotti's final ovation. See, Craig, this is what happens when you go on the Panasonic Astrovision. Every nut job in Manhattan. And this is only your first or second time in New York?
This is my second time in New York.
How do you like it so far?
I think I'll come back when things calm down in a few years.
I'm not sure it does. You're right.